What's going on, homesteaders? It's Ready Set Homestead, where the only fluff is the feathers. In this video, it's not going to be so much about homesteading, but DIY. So if you watch my videos, you'll see that I have those ear muffs, the ear protectors on. Those ear protectors are actually Bluetooth. While I'm working with my saws, sanders, things like that, my air compressor, I listen to music. I like to listen to music. It's very relaxing for me. So today I'm going to be installing some mounted Bluetooth speakers. So this is my carport, which is my shop. I'm going to be putting one up in this corner over here. They do have a 360-degree turn. So I'm going to put one up here. I'm going to be putting one over here. And you can see I already got the ladder set up right there. The reason I'm going to be doing this is because when I'm working inside the shop, I can turn the speakers to me. And when I'm working out in the yard, these trees are eventually going to come down. I'm going to have a patio out here. I can turn the speakers towards the yard. So something that I'm really excited about. These are Herdio speakers. So definitely thank Herdio for sending these out to me, because I'm really excited. I've been wanting to get Bluetooth speakers like that. Currently, I have the, these little guys right here. And I have a couple of them that can link together. The problem is I always forget about them. So I'll leave them out in the rain, I'll leave them out in the weather, and then I can't find them. I have 3 of these. These weren't very cheap, and I only know where 2 of them are. So we're gonna be doing the mounted, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I don't have a plug that is on this side of my carport. I do have one that's inside the shed. However, that's running my sump pump. So I drilled a little hole up there so that it can run down to this plug here. I just got a 15-foot surge protector. So that's gonna be the first thing I do, is run this surge protector through the attic down into that. So I gotta get up in my attic, which means I have to move a bunch of stuff out of the way, because I have horrible organization and my shop is a mess. So I've said it in videos before, as far as lighting goes, if you're ever dealing with situations where you're working at night or in dark places, I highly recommend getting yourself a headlamp. This one is great. I have a couple different settings. It even has a little flash. I don't know what I need that for, but this is gonna allow me to see while I'm up in the attic. I'm also taking the sunglasses off. And putting on the clear safety glasses. All right, so up we go. So here's the box. I already opened it and took a look at it, of course. But you have one speaker. You can see it's got 360-degree rotation. This has the power plug. And then this is where you're gonna attach the leads. And then the second one just has the spot for the leads. This is the adapter for the plug. This is what's gonna go up into the ceiling. This plugs into the actual speaker itself. And then it's got the owner's manual. And just so you know, they have a 4-inch, a 5.2 inch, and a 6.5 inch. This is the 6.5 inch. So the speakers have these knobs here. So for installation, you're gonna unscrew these knobs. So this is what we're gonna put on the wall. Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and hook up these terminals. So as you unscrew the red and the black, you'll notice that there's a hole on the inside. For your speaker wire, you're gonna have 2 colors. You're gonna have red, and you have red and black. So the red is going to go into the red. Just slide that in there. Now you wanna make sure that you get just the wire. You don't wanna get the insulation inside there. So slide this in. and tighten. You don't want the insulation being in there because you want to make sure that you have the best contact with the wire itself. All right, so I hooked this up. I'm gonna go ahead and mount it on the wall. So for me, I'm tall enough to reach that. If you need, always get a ladder, be safe. I'm gonna be using these 2.5-inch construction screws, the T25 bit end, just because if I ever wanna bring them down, I know that with this bit end, it's not gonna strip out on me. So these are what I'm gonna be using because I'm gonna be going straight through the vinyl into the wood. And when you're mounting it, you'll see there's a couple different ways right here. So you have an angle. This is gonna be if you're doing it horizontally like this. This is gonna be if you're doing it like this. Now you don't wanna do it where the thin part is pointed down. You want the thin part to be pointed up, whichever way you're doing it. That way, when you drill the screw in, and then it, oh, let me show you that way. You drill the screw in and then it sets and it's not gonna go anywhere. So I didn't measure out before. My plan was to have one on that side, one on this side. You can see my wire is about 5 or 6 feet short. That's okay. You can always get longer speaker wires. They're pretty inexpensive. For this one, for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and just mount it right here. You know, a lot of times I'm working here, so I don't have to put it over there. This way too, I can still rotate it into the backyard, and so I can get that good sound. So I'm gonna go ahead and install it right here where it's at, and then we're gonna screw it up and test out and see how it sounds. Now, because I'm mounting it vertically like this, I can't apply the thin edge going down. So one of the thin edges is here and one is over here. That way it can't shift right or left and it can't shift backwards or forwards. This is what I'm talking about. So you can see this one's on the top, this one's on the side. It can't go sideways. It can't go back and forth. So get it done. Now it's time to install the speaker. What I'm gonna do on this one, I'm actually going to mount it up with these first, and then I'm gonna slide the speaker wire in. Speaker's up. And I am gonna let the adapter hang right there. I'll probably put a little shelf or something to hold it later, but for now, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna go up in the attic and plug it in. We have blue light. So again, I'll be creating, oh, there it is. So I'll be mounting this. In this area right here. I'm probably just gonna make a little box to mount onto the wall to kind of keep this protected from the elements because all of this is waterproof. But let's test it out. So I got this cranked up. Sounds pretty good.
The seas be ours and by the powers where we
see how it sounds out here.
I
like that.
these and beggars.
Let's try it in the yard. That's great. I love it. Even if I'm working over by my turkeys and chickens. All right, I love it. I'm gonna be leaving in the description a discount code. So definitely, if y'all looking for some Bluetooth speakers, check out the Herdio. I'm loving this. So There's going to be a discount code in the description. Make sure you click on that. Get yourself a discount on these speakers. And you can see, I mean, it doesn't take very long. I mean, honestly, it took me about 30 minutes, and I was just kind of winging it. So you should be able to get it done pretty fast. But yeah, enjoy it. Jam out while you're doing your homestead. This is Ready, Set, Homestead. Enjoy homesteading.